Welcome to episode 6 in the Discovery Health's Digital Wellbeing video series, the 10-part series that's designed with the whole family in mind. Parents and caregivers need to know how to manage the serious risks to a child's mental and physical safety that exist online, and teach their kids to do the same. I'll be empowering you with all you need to know on this front in each of our 10 videos. Today we're talking about a subject that most parents and caregivers don't want to think about in the context of their children: pornography. Would it shock you to hear that 20 to 25% of 10-year-olds in South Africa have been exposed to pornography while online? As experts in digital family wellness, the Be in Touch team have spoken to children in many schools about pornography. Our extensive survey data confirms that children are being exposed to pornography at an ever younger age. Firstly, it's important to acknowledge that today's young children and adolescents will be exposed to pornography. It is just a matter of when and whether they are equipped to deal with it. Secondly, we need to realize that the prolific online pornography that our children are exposed to is far more graphic than anything previous generations might have had access to. There is no soft porn online. It is all XXX rated. Exposure to online pornography has a profound impact on childhood development and in fact on developing brains, stimulating brain activity in kids that's similar to what is caused by taking drugs. The pornography themes that children are exposed to, aggression, submission, humiliation, and violence, significantly affect how their young developing minds view and approach intimate relationships later in life. Pornography use in children is highly compulsive and addictive, and the younger kids are when they're exposed to it, the greater the potential for ongoing compulsive use. Luc Lamprecht is one of South Africa's top child protection and development specialists, a leading voice in the fight to protect children from online harm. Let's hear from Luc to help us understand the long-lasting detrimental effects of exposure of children to pornography.
So the two main things I'm seeing with internet pornography exposure is I get referred lots of mainly boys. I have had 2 girls. But basically what's happening is they're looking for things online, they're getting sent things online, they're seeing things, and then they want to try them in the real world. And who they try them on in the real world is people who are accessible to them, which is essentially younger siblings, family, friends, people in the complex, and suddenly they end up, because of the mandatory reporting sexual abuse clauses in our Sexual Offences Act, they end up in conflict with the law because, for example, they've raped or sexually assaulted a child because those children can't consent because of their age. But the teenagers can be held criminally responsible because of their age. So that's a very big one I'm seeing. So it's the sexual acting out. The other is the opposite. The opposite is that, like the boy who saw all these pornographic crime scenes, what happens is he has become so anxious and so withdrawn through the shame and guilt of what he has seen that he can't interact socially at all. So he spends his entire life online and has no friends because he just can't possibly face the world with what he's seen. So he just completely withdraws.
Clearly, we have to be raising the issue of pornography exposure, access, and consumption as a normal part of our family discussions. You can access our Porn Talk Guide and other resources to support you in this important conversation on the Discovery Health Mental Health Hub and using the Discovery magazine linked below. The installation of parental filters to prevent initial and ongoing access to inappropriate adult websites is also an absolute must. These filters can also be applied to social media apps and games, which are often the initial source of pornography exposure. Bark is an excellent parental filter, which we highly recommend. Now, more than ever, our children need us to help keep them safer and saner online.